Yo, how y'all boys feeling today though, man? And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, bro. I noticed that even though we in October, about to be in November, after every single video that I have created to have y'all boys moving and grooving, it still seems like, you know, y'all boys are struggling. It still seems like people struggling out there. You know what I'm trying to say? So I decided that today I will be doing an in-depth Guard University dribble tutorial where I will be showing y'all the best and the most effective combos that I know, from primary combos, secondary combos, all the way up to multi-step combos. Yes, sir. I know y'all like the sound of that. But hey, before we get into anything, before we get into this masterpiece of a video, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and more importantly, turn on all post notifications so you do not miss any type of videos from me or any type of banger that I got planned for y'all in the future. And I ain't gonna lie, we trying to speed run 50K as fast as possible. So if y'all rock with me, y'all rock with my energy, make sure that y'all hit the subscribe button. Once again, let's get into this video, man. Okay, now before anything, you already know me. I have to give y'all the best and the fastest drill moves in this entire game when it comes to being a guard, just a guard in general, you know what I'm trying to say. So what we're going to start off with is the dribble style. Ja Morant dribble style is hands down the best dribble style in the game. It controls how fast your speed boost is, and it has the fastest speed boost. If y'all don't know what a speed boost is, I will be showing y'all in this video, especially if you're new to 2K and stuff like that. So as y'all may know, the center size ups do like in this game, but the good thing about season 2 is that they did release Mike Conley 6 size up. And I'm gonna be real, bro, I went from using Stephen Curry to Mike Conley because Mike Conley gives a better between the legs, and I like to do a lot of between the legs when it comes to my combos, so that's why I have it on. So go ahead and put this on. All you need is a 79 bone handle, which is the beauty about it. It's not only limited to small guards, especially like if you were 6'5" or 6'6" and you're watching this video. Everything that I do in this video is going to pertain to tall guards as well, so y'all want to be in tune. All right, so when it comes to the breakdown combos, this one kind of gets tricky because a lot of people dribble different in season 2 due to not being able to shoot fades no more and stuff like that, you feel me? So it's a little different, especially in this season. So I'll probably say the best ones are the ones that are starred right here: Jordan Poole, Ja Morant, Stephon Marbury, and Devin Booker. The good thing about Stephon Marbury and Devin Booker, you can use these on tall guards, and to be honest, I feel like Devin Booker is the best one to create space, but I'm using Ja Morant right now because I like to combo, so I don't really need Devin Booker because I know how to dribble. So if y'all want to follow my lead and stuff like that, then just go ahead and throw on Ja Morant real quick. So for the escape moves, you already know, especially if you watch me on a daily basis, Kemba Walker is what I use. Kemba Walker is probably all that I'm going to use this entire year. I have used Stephen Curry in the my court, but I have not used it in the real game, and I kind of liked it too, you know what I'm trying to say. And then you got obviously Paul George, Jimmy Butler for tall guards. Whichever one you want to use is your personal preference. So for my combo moves, I'm using Ja Morant. Somebody told me that this is a starter 4 release, and I think that it is. So if y'all do not have Ja Morant, you're not a starter 4, you can either use Pro, LeBron James, or I'll probably say like Zach LaVine or something like that, you know what I'm trying to say. Either one. You could use Jordan Poole as well, but this is like more of like a Steezo type of dribbling combo moves, and I don't really do this for real. I used to use Kobe White as well, so I'll probably say, you know, whichever one that you have, just go ahead and use it. It doesn't really matter too much, especially if you're not a starter 4. The only reason why I have this on is because there's a quick stop to it, and I'm gonna show y'all boys in this video. So for the crossover, there's only really 2 crossovers that I like to use, and that's going to be De'Aaron Fox that you do unlock at a starter 4. So you must be a starter 4 to equip this, and then Lonzo Ball. If you're not a starter 4, then Lonzo Ball is the perfect thing for you. So for the behind the back, I'm using Trae Young right now because I have been in a crazy combo bag for some odd reason. I just been wanting to combo up and, in a sense, stand still dribble, and Trae Young provides a very fast, explosive behind the back, and y'all gonna see, you know what I'm trying to say. But if you want to use Stephen Curry to get the Curry slide, that is also a good option as well. You do need a 92 ball handle to equip these behind the backs right here, so just keep that in mind. If you are a tall guard, use Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or Jordan Poole or like, you know, Kobe White or something like that, and y'all should be fine also. For my spin, I do use Stephen Curry on my small guard, but if you are a tall guard, let's just say like 6'5", as you can see, all you need is a 75 ball handle for Penny Hardaway spin, so go ahead and use Penny Hardaway spin. So for my hesitation, these are the only 3 hesitations that I would ever use in this game, no matter what. Jason Tatum, especially for a tall guard, you need this, but I'll use it on my small guard too because it gives a very good momentum and fast momentum every single time, and the hesitation isn't too crazy when you mess up the momentum to where you get ripped and stuff like that. So go ahead and throw this on. So for the step back, you already know what the deal is with Devin Booker step back, the best step back in the game hands down. If you don't got this on, you tripping. For the motion style, either use Bradley Beal or Kyrie Irving, the 2 best motion styles for a guard in this game in my opinion. So for the hop jumper, if y'all don't know, there's people out here that actually don't use their hop jumper jumper for the actual jumper, and I'm one of those people. I do for the dribble move that comes with it. So Zach LaVine is going to be a very essential one to have. So make sure you go ahead and put this on real quick. Go-to shots kind of in the same category as the hop jumper. I don't actually use it for its go-to shot, but Stephen Curry is a very good go-to shot that I've been using, and I'm gonna show y'all why. So y'all already know that every single time I do videos like this, I gotta give y'all the goody goodies first, especially for the people that are new to my videos when it comes to things like these. Now, since y'all are right, since y'all do got the stuff that you need to actually combo up in this game, now I'm gonna be taking y'all A through Z, right, y'all? I'm gonna try to make this as fast as possible while trying to explain in the best way that I can when it comes to these moves, when it comes to how to do them and the timing of them, if that makes sense. So just bear with me. Y'all gonna realize why I'm the best teacher on YouTube after this video. So here we go. All right, y'all, so just like I said, I'm gonna be taking y'all A through Z, and A through Z is starting off with the momentum. The momentum is one of the hardest moves because of the timing, and it just feels super weird in general when you first start doing it. But do not worry, I'm gonna explain this in the best possible way that I can. So if the ball is in the right hand, what I always say is you want to get used to this animation right here. This is basically just flicking up on the right stick, and we're gonna start off with baby steps. You have to walk before you can run. You know what I mean? So you have to get used to this hesitation animation right here. And the reason why I always say this is because this is animation that you do not want to get. So it's basically like you got to keep doing an animation that you don't want to get to understand which animation you do want to get, if that makes sense. Now, the animation that you want to get is this right here. We're striving for this. And I'm trying to say we're striving for this. And as y'all can see by the controller, you can go ahead and put it in slow motion if you want. All I'm doing is flicking up on the right stick, then I'm holding R2 and then going to the left with my left stick. So boom. It's very simple when a person like me is explaining it, because I actually know how to explain things the proper way, you know what I'm trying to say. But the same thing with the left hand, you know what I mean? The same thing with the left hand. The ball's in the left hand, you flick up on the right stick, boom. You don't want to let the animation play out too much, but that's basically a front hesitation. I'm gonna just call it front hesitation. And then you want to move your left stick to the right while holding R2. So in a sense, it has to be in unison. What unison means is at the same time. So boom. Now, doing it once or twice is not the hard part. The hard part is adding this to your combos and adding this into your arsenal with the moves that you already do. Now, for example, let's just say I want to do a momentum into a Trae Young explosive behind the back. How the Trae Young explosive behind the back is triggered, you hold R2 and you basically want to flick the right stick and the left stick diagonal. Now you want to flick the right stick diagonally down to the left if the ball's in the right hand, while flicking the left stick diagonally up to the left to move up the court. So boom. See what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna do one more time for y'all real quick. Boom. Now it's the same exact thing for the left side, y'all. The same exact thing that you just did for the right hand. Now if the ball's in the left hand, hold R2 and I want to flick my right stick diagonally down to the right while flicking my left stick up diagonally to the right. Boom. Boom. Now how to put it together is, okay, so the same thing of how you do the momentum, you know what I'm trying to say, it has to be a timing to it though. And the good thing about the hesitation that we have on, which is Jason Tatum, it is easier to do the momentum because of the hesitation that it gives us, the front hesitation. So that is why I told you to put on Jason Tatum hesitation. Now basically, right, you do not want to put any other hesitation on until you master and you can spam the momentum just like this. Now, to spam the momentum, right, what we're going to do is we're going to spam the momentum and then we're going to do an explosive Trae Young behind the back out of it. So how to spam it is the same exact way how you do it. Flick up on the right stick, hold R2, and go to the left. Boom, if the ball's in the right hand. Now, let go of R2 to get out the animation and let go of the left stick. And then you want to flick up on the right stick again. Hold R2 while going to the right. Boom. Let go of R2. Boom. Let go of R2. But you see how I'm letting go of R2? Like I'm not staying holding R2, if that makes sense. Because that is ultimately how you spam the momentum. Hey, if anybody can find a way how to spam the momentum crossover while holding R2, I will sell you $100. So now what we're going to do is after you get that in your bag, in your arsenal, we're going to do a double momentum, might even be a triple momentum crossover into a Trae Young explosive behind the back. And how it's going to look is like this. So yes, to perform these set of combos, you do have to flick your sticks very fast. But it has to be a balance, not too fast to where you mess up your drill moves and not too slow to where you don't do do the move at all, if that makes sense. Now, yes, it is an advanced combo. You have to flick your sticks at a rate to where like you're doing it every single time, if that makes sense. You feel me? So as you can see, I'm doing it with these. I can do it with my eyes closed because I'm just so used to dribbling on this game. So if y'all see how I'm doing it with these, it's because I've been doing this for years, and it doesn't come overnight. It comes with hours and hours and hours, probably 200-300 hours in the MyCourt. And this is only this dribbling style alone. It takes maybe even more hours for a fact when it comes to steezo dribbling or glide dribbling or just like something that is, you know, different from this. You know what I'm trying to say? So y'all really have to understand that with hours comes repetition, and with repetition comes perfection. So boom, you already know how to do the momentum crossover, hopefully. You know what I'm trying to say? Now we are going to go into the momentum, into the 2K19 spin back. So how the 2K19 spin back looks is like this. You know what I'm trying to say? Now all you want to do is basically run up the court. You really want to just get used to this. You want to just get used to doing the animation, just run up the court. Now you want to run at an angle. That is the best way that I can probably say how to do this move every single time. You want to run at an angle. If you're running to the right, you want to run diagonally up to the right, up the court. And then how you want to flick your right stick is you want to flick it in a rotation of, I'll probably say 2 to 6. You want to flick it 2 to 6. Some people say 12 to 5. Some people say 3 to 6. You just want to flick it in a rotation from the right going all the way down around, if that makes sense. It's the same exact thing for the left side. If the ball's in the left hand, you want to run at an angle, run diagonally up to the left. And I really feel like it's more about the left stick positioning being diagonally up to the left more than you flicking your stick in a rotation, because I feel like that's not the hard part. Like flicking 9 to 6 is not the hard part. It's just about understanding that you have to have your left stick pointing up diagonally to the left at all times. So boom, y'all get the memo, y'all get the mojo and the idea of the 2K19 spin back. So after you finally get it down, you know what I'm trying to say, replay this video as many times as y'all want. After that, now you want to incorporate your momentum, and then you want to make sure that you wait a little bit because you do not want to do too fast because there's a timing to it. And then you want to do the 2K19 spin back to the right. Now, the thing is, you could do it fast, but I think you're going to have to hold R2 though. Yeah, you're going to have to hold R2 to get this every single time. So to get that every single time, you see, I just did a spin right there. Sometimes you're going to mess up. Even I don't got it fully to perfection. Probably like 90%, I'll probably say. But yeah, sometimes if you do it too fast, you're going to get this. You're going to get, see, I can even mess up, bro. Like, let me see. I'm going to try to do it from the left side. I just can't mess up, bro. I don't know. I just can't mess up. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, yeah, you're basically gonna do like a slow spin. I think it's this one right here. You're gonna do that spin right there if you mess it up. You want to make sure that you're doing it at a timing. It's a timing, y'all. That you see, I just messed up right there. I just did a up the court spin. You do not want that, and you do not want this right there. So basically, after you do the momentum to the left or to the right, doesn't matter. Wait for a little bit. Don't want to wait too long. Then, boom, just like that right there. Now you want to kind of be light with your stick. How I am when I'm flicking my stick in a rotation, I'm being very light with it because that's how you have to be when it comes to this combo right here. It's not an easy combo to do. Like, I would be lying to you if I was like, oh yeah, bro, like, this is easy. This is not easy, and this is even harder than what it seems for real. Like, this might be like one of the hardest moves in the game right here, bro. Like that 2K19 spin back, bro. Like, and then the crossover after it on some steezo stuff. Like, for example, like, let's just say you come at the court at an angle, boom. You know what I'm trying to say? Like that side crossover right there. It's like after you do the 2K19 spin back, you basically want to be running back diagonally down to the left. Perform a crossover by flicking your right stick to the opposite side ball hand. Do a combo move, and then, like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. That's just like what I added to my bag, especially like with the nutmeg and stuff like that. Like, you know, like the nutmeg, especially into like the glitchy spin. Boom, right there. Man, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and teach y'all that real quick too. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I ain't just, you feel me, a one-dimensional dribbling type of, you know, player. I know how to do almost every single dribbling style in this game. I just prefer to do my comp dribbling because I've been doing it for years. But basically, it depends on which behind the back you have. Some behind the backs make it easier to do nutmeg. Others make it harder. In this case, we have on Trae Young behind the back. So it is going to be a little bit easier than we think. So basically, if the ball's in the right hand, I want to be running up the court. So up the court with the left stick, right? So basically, as I'm running up the court, if the ball's in left hand or right hand, I want to flick the right stick diagonally down to the opposite side ball hand. So if the ball's in the right hand, I want to flick the right stick diagonally down to the left. And if the ball's in the left hand, I want to flick it diagonally down to the right. So in this case, the ball's in the right hand, boom. See what I'm saying? Now the ball's in the left hand, boom. See? Now, once you get used to the behind the back animations, boom, you see how your player keeps it in the same side ball hand because of the behind the back that we have on, which is Trae Young. That's why it's easier to do the nutmeg with this behind the back, because he does not put the ball in his opposite side ball hand when you flick it to the opposite side ball hand, if that makes sense. So basically, what we're going to do is, if the ball is in the left hand, you want to flick your right stick diagonally down to the left, boom, to perform the behind the back up the court. But in a sense, you don't want to let it play out because you're going to be flicking the right stick to that same side, but directionally to the left, so, or to the right. So, and in this case, right, the ball's in the right hand now, right? I want to perform my behind the back, boom, boom. See what I'm saying? You see how fast that was, bro? So in a sense, you want to flick your right stick down to the left if the ball's in the right hand. So you want to flick the right stick twice, but diagonally down to the left and then to the left. But it has to be fast though, y'all. It has to be. Now we're gonna do the same thing on the left side. So boom. You want to basically flick your right stick diagonally down to the right first, then to the right. So it should look like this. So now you got the nutmeg down, stuff like that. How I like to do the nutmeg into the glitchy spin is basically with the most comfortable side ball hand. So it's going to be the right side because I'm a lefty, and with the right because I'm a righty in real life, if that makes sense. So basically, once I do the nutmeg, right, I want to be doing the nutmeg, you know, going backwards. So I'm basically angling my left stick, like rotating it backwards. So like if you look at the controller, like I'm moving back. Now, once you're moving back, you want to tap L2 to get this animation right here. This animation is the little protect the ball animation that 2K added. So it's very important to look at the controller when I'm doing this, because I'm doing a nutmeg, I'm moving back, tapping L2, and then rotating my right stick from 12 to 4. Shout out Steezo, I ain't gonna lie, because that move is OD. So there's a couple more things that I want to show y'all before we hit the 20-minute mark, because as y'all know, I am trying to turn y'all to some little dribble gods in 20 minutes. You feel what I'm trying to say? So basically, now we're gonna go into the momentum, into the Zach LaVine hop jumper, into more combos after that. So how it's gonna look is like this. So boom, you do the momentum to the left. You want to be holding R2 the entire time. Want to be moving to the left with your left stick. Hold down, do the Trae Young explosive behind the back, and then you can even add in Kimball Walker escape as well. Boom, just like that. I know it looked crazy, but you feel me? Just bear with me, bro. So after you do the momentum, and you can only do it to the left side if the ball is in the right hand. So basically, momentum, boom. That's the only way you're gonna get that explosive hop jumper, you know, basically back. It creates a lot of space, and once you do that, the reason why I told you to put on Trae Young behind the back is because doing an explosive Trae Young behind the back out of Zach LaVine hop jumper is just OD. Like, you will really fry somebody with that move, bro. I'm not tripping. So now I'm gonna show y'all one of the last few moves that I've already showed countless times and times and times again. And it's gonna be the right stick cancel, but it's going to be the Devin Booker snatchback cancel and then speed boosting to the left or to the right. So the way you do the Devin Booker snatchback, hold R2, you flick down on the right stick, you get that one right there. Now if the ball's in the right hand, do the same thing, hold R2, now it's gonna put it in the left hand. Now basically, it's gonna be a right stick cancel by flicking up, boom, flicking down back on the right stick, moving to the left, up, down on the right stick, up, down on the right stick, up, down on the right stick, up, down on the right stick. One of the most lethal moves as a guard in NBA 2K26. It's very lethal. Like, it's very lethal. People are going to be sliding all over the court if you do that move, especially on ISO. They're not going to be able to guard it, I promise you. Now, one more time for the people in the back that don't quite understand and having trouble understanding still. Basically, you're going to want to hold R2 the entire time when performing this move. You're going to want to flick up on the right stick to cancel out of every single move. That is how you cancel, and it's basically how you quick stop and quick peek as well. Best way I can explain this move is you're going to use the right stick up to cancel, and then use it back down to do Devin Booker step back, run to the right, up, down, hold R2, run to the left, up, down, hold R2. Just keep, you know, doing it over and over and over again. Look at this. And then, you know, you can add your little Kimba. Very lethal move, y'all. It's lethal. I'm telling you this right now. Now, before I go, y'all already know I gotta show y'all every single way to peak in this game, because it is so essential, especially in patch 2.1 season 2, where you cannot really fade that much. So I'm gonna just show y'all so I can have a little bit more fun, especially because you need to know how to stop on the dime in every single 2K to get your shot off. So I'm gonna just go ahead right here and show y'all real quick. So basically, the first way is gonna be how I told y'all earlier before, how you use the right stick stick up, flicking the right stick up while holding R2 to stop and cancel out of every single move. That is the same way that you're gonna quick peek or quick stop in this game, stop on the down, whatever you want to call it. So basically, you run to the right, run to the left, up on the right stick, stop, shoot. Now it has to be fast, you know what I'm trying to say? Up on the right stick, stop, you know. Now the thing is, people's always asking me, yo, Sil, how you do it so fast? Like, bro, like you're doing it extremely fast. And I'm like, bro, I'm just doing it at a timing, you know what I'm trying to say? You have to basically do it out of Kimball Walker escape or trading escape or just an escape that's wide. You can do it at Paul George, Jimmy Butler as well. Flick up on the right side while holding R2 and just shoot, you know what I'm trying to say? You have to be very fast with it. I was one of the first people to quick peek in this game along with, you know, 22, 2K20. I've been doing it for so many years that it's like became muscle memory to me, you know what I'm trying to say? Now, the only other one that I'll probably say that is gonna be the best that suits you, especially if you can't do the one that I'm doing, is gonna be just having Devin Booker step back on and flick it down on the right stick, running to the left and to the right. Boom. Just like that. Run to the right, flick down the right stick while holding R2. Boom. There's so much more other moves that I want to show y'all. I was not trying to make this video 40 minutes long. If y'all want a part 2, make sure that you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and show love, as much love as you can to this video. And I got y'all. Make sure that y'all turn on all post notifications so you do not miss a banger from your boy. I love y'all boys so much. I'll see y'all next one.